Hello and welcome to Dead Red Herring Movie Riffraff, where we take a movie, pick it apart, and then, in this case, we make a summary.
Yeah, after we watch the thing,
Yes.
preferably.
And also,
Yeah.
speaking of watching after or whatever, there's also a commentary track,
Yes.
which you can watch if you follow the link in the description of this episode.
Mhm.
So, and this time we watched
The Running Man from 1987 with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
the
Yeah.
total. Yeah. A classic, cult classic almost, I think some would say.
A lot of people really would say that because it is very entertaining in some places. All the places,
A lot
actually.
of places, I'd say. It's a typical Arnold action schlock.
Yeah. With yeah, exactly.
With everything that entails.
Yeah, exactly. Puns, gratuitous violence, Arnold grunting, and
Shooting from the hip.
yeah, a lot of shooting from the hip.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anyone in an Arnold movie actually take aim with a gun.
Especially not Arnold.
Actually, there might be at least one movie where they aim that I can think of off the top of my head, and that's Eraser. But that is because that whole movie plot is based on a X-ray superweapon. So it kind of makes it necessary to aim. So,
Fair.
yeah. But that's another movie for another time.
That's not why we're here.
Yeah.
We're...
No, The Running Man.
Yeah.
Which is based on a novel?
Yeah, it's based on a novel by none other than Stephen King. And he wrote under the pseudonym of Richard Bachman from 1981. I was going to say 1881, but...
Could have fooled me.
You know Stephen King? Yeah, that's not him.
Yeah. And also, this movie has a lot of wrestlers.
A lot of wrestlers. I mean, the whole, I'm going to say villain cast, it's almost nothing but wrestlers.
Yeah.
And a talk show host. Or more game show host. I think he's more of a game show host.
That is true. Correct.
Yeah. He's done a lot of The Price is Right and Family Feud and all that. So they decided to bring him in and do what he does best. A game show host.
Yeah. Richard Dawson.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the kind of person that I think it's more of an American thing.
Yeah.
US thing, to be more specific.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's also for the time. I mean, this is the late 80s, so and he had his time of glory ahead of that, so...
Everyone who sees him and like, oh, God, it's him!
Yeah. And for us Northern Europeans, like, who the fuck is that?
He's a game show host. Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. No, but we had, among others, Jesse Ventura.
Yep.
He was governor of
some state. Minnesota? No, wait.
Minnesota.
All that. Yeah, he was born in Minneapolis and all that, so... doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. And while we were watching and making the commentary track, I pointed that out, but I wasn't sure if it was governor or senator, but it was a governor, so here's my correction.
Someone in high political power.
Yes.
Among other wrestlers, we have as the electric opera singer.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Erland van Lint.
Which I never looked up the guy, and since I'm not a huge wrestling fan, I have no real idea of wrestlers beyond kind of like Hulk Hogan and The Rock and such, but wrestling's not my thing.
Yeah.
So looking at this movie, I know these guys are wrestlers, but I have no clue who they are and such. So looking at this guy, I've always wondered if he actually was a wrestler or if he was an opera singer they just pulled in, or if he was just a guy that could sing. Turns out
he's both.
He's all three.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler. He was, in this case, training to be an opera singer.
Yep.
And he's a guy that can sing.
Exactly.
It's like, okay then, fine.
Hat trick. Yeah, and but when you said there's you might not know which one is a wrestler, and although who is a wrestler, you can easily spot one in the wild. You know, large as a beef mountain, hammy acting and all that. You can spot one in the wild.
Arnold?
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
That's why he fits in, I guess.
also, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
The Running Man. What's it about?
It's about in the far-off future of 19...
No,
Nope.
actually 2019.
2019.
Starts out in 2017, and then it goes to 2019. Not really sure how that happens, but
Time is an illusion, my friend.
yes.
So, in the far-off future of 2019, yeah, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since crime and punishment has run amok, the world is on the brink of ecological chaos and starvation, drought, whatever. You know, all that doomsday.
You know, everyday stuff.
Everyday stuff. The things we have to deal with a lot of nowadays. So, there exists a new kind of TV program, since the American people is glued in front of the screen, also in this movie. They have sort of made a gladiator program where they send convicted felons to compete in the very popular show The Running Man.
Where if they survive, they get to be free.
Yeah.
Sent off to a paradise island to live happily ever after. But everything is not as what it seems.
Nope.
And we get to follow Arnold.
A former cop.
Yes, that is accused of being a mass murderer.
Yep.
And
Even if it
thus-
wasn't him that was mass murdering.
Yeah. So we get to follow him competing in The Running Man. And shenanigans ensues.
Yes. Meets a couple of his felon friends are also sent down
Yeah.
into the Running Man. A girl he got to know also gets sent out into the Running Man.
Hey, that's kind of a spoiler.
I'm not saying. Are we doing the spoiler free or what?
I don't know.
Spoiler free is a suggestion. Anyways, so they get to compete in this gladiatorial gauntlet almost against what they call stalkers, or, well, what they really are, gladiators.
Yeah.
Fighters with the right to kill the competitors.
Well, kill the runners in the most glorious and spectacular ways.
Panem et circusem.
Yes. Bread and circus.
Yes.
For the people.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
I think they made it really well.
Mm-hmm.
All hammy acting and everything included. It makes it a bit charming.
Yeah.
Because, in all honesty, I don't think that they take themselves that serious. And that is a good thing. They know they make a satirical movie.
Yeah.
Sort of. Or a satirical commentary. But they make it in an entertaining way that makes you think and reflect instead of just shoving it down your throat, like so many things are done nowadays. So you can actually sit down and either enjoy a campy action movie, or you can actually see it as, yes, the commentary on social problems is very apparent in this movie.
This is how it is today.
Yeah. Oh my god, this movie is so telling of how it is.
It says how it is. Gasp.
But all in all, I enjoy this movie because it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And that is what I want from a movie. And I also enjoy the setting that is within the movie because I am a sucker for, well, dystopian cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And I would actually say this kind of falls into that. Not so much that it's augmentations and cybernetics and stuff like that, but it still has that level of tech that could go for...
It's the believable future, so to say.
It's still sort of cyberpunk-ish because it's way ahead of what is actually possible. Or maybe, those bomb colors, maybe they are possible? Has someone tried it?
Are we gonna try it? The future is now. Gonna develop that. Make a fortune. Crime. It's so hot right now.
And girders.
Yeah, and girders. Oh.
Especially Arnold's girders.
There are many girders like that, but that one is his. Yeah. I also enjoy this movie because of the same reason. It's an old hammy Arnold flick with a very interesting concept with very entertaining elements in it. And like you said, it's here to entertain. It does just that.
Yeah. And I mean, there's always something you could riff about in the movie.
Of course. As we found out.
Yeah, as we found out. I can't really. I don't really think there's any point in commenting too much on the acting because you never go to these movies for Oscar-worthy acting.
It is
Though
what it is.
Today, saying something is Oscar-worthy usually means something completely different than
Yeah.
it used to. But
That's another chestnut.
yeah, but my point is that I don't go there to see spectacular acting and magnificent storytelling.
Nah, exactly. I'm here to get entertained.
Yeah.
And like you said, it has a very interesting message and have an interesting concept that makes you think. But I don't have to take it so seriously.
Yeah, you don't have to take this movie seriously at all. But that's the fine thing about it.
Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. So all in all, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I recommend people watching it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really want to dig deeper into the history and such of the movie, you'll find a lot of fine gems.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I mean, interesting trivia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's for another kind of episode, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I would give this movie 2 chainsaws and 1 barbed wire garrote.
I would give it 1 raging opera singer.
I like that.
Yeah.
With that said, please watch the movie yourself and do it with our commentary track.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let us also know what you think.
Yeah.
We are dying to know.
Yes.
I'm just dying.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Spoilers.
Thank you so very much for listening. Hope you enjoy this, and we're happy to have you here.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one.
That we do.
Hmm.
Goodbye now.
Bye-bye.